are the top 5 best Exploding Kitten card combos? I'll be giving you my answer right here in this video. Number 5 on this list are the Barking Kitten cards. When combined, these two deadly cards allow you to target any player of your choice. The targeted player must defuse the Barking Kittens, otherwise they explode. Here's the thing about these cards, they are unpredictable. It's really difficult to get both of these cards in your hand in the same game. But let me tell you this, you get these two cards together and they become a torpedo to any person of your choice at the table, which is just awesome. I myself am not the biggest fan of the Barking Kittens on most occasions, but I gotta admit, when you get them both in the same hand in one game, amazing things happen for you, terrible things for the other player, but hey, that's the name of Exploding Kittens. But that said, there are other card combos on this list that are much better. Number 4 on this list is the Curse of the Catbutt card and the Targeted Attack card. Once you've cursed the player of your choice with the Catbutt card, you then attack them with a Targeted Attack card. They're only blind for that first turn. The Catbutt card is already a brutal one, but if you combine it with the powers of the Targeted Attack card, you become a messenger of death to an unsuspecting player. It takes things to a whole new level. Now, it does work better if you know what the top 2 cards are. If you have the opportunity to use a future card of some type to get an idea of what you're setting the other player up for, that works a lot better. But hey, if you use this combo late game when you're able to trap them with an Exploding Kitten card, or better yet, an activated Imploding Kitten card, you're going to make that player's night one that they will never forget. Number 3 on this list is the Alter the Future ×5 card and the Personal Attack card. Once you've rearranged the top 5 cards in the deck, you play the Personal Attack card on yourself and draw 3 cards. Admittedly, I've been a critic of the Personal Attack card, mainly because on its own, it's very unreliable. I mean, if you just play this thing like a shot in the dark, you're really not going to know what you're going to get, unless you combine it with some sort of future card. Well, in the case of the Alter the Future ×5 card, this is a perfect pairing and really allows the Personal Attack card to get the attention that it deserves. If you rearrange those cards and you get the top 3 best cards out of those 5, you're essentially giving yourself half of a new hand. That's amazing. This makes this combo one that players should not miss. Number 2 on this list is the Streaking Kitten card and the Exploding Kitten card. When you have both the Streaking Kitten card and the Exploding Kitten card in your hand, you're able to plant the Exploding Kitten card on a player when they use a favor card on you. The Exploding Kitten card can also be stolen from you when a player steals from you. In either scenario, the attacking player must defuse the Exploding Kitten card or be eliminated from the game. Right off the bat, I know that there's a lot of players that are concerned that if you lose the Streaking Kitten card while also being in possession of an Exploding Kitten card, you have to defuse that Exploding Kitten. I totally empathize with those concerns. But that said, there's no mistaking that this is a powerhouse combo of cards. There are few like it. And in my personal opinion, if this were my top 5 list of favorite card combos, this is the one I would definitely pick. Anytime I get a Streaking Kitten and an Exploding Kitten card together, and I have the opportunity to plant it on somebody, that is so much fun. That said, it doesn't quite deserve the number 1 spot on this list when I actually am using true logic, but definitely one of my favorites. Number 1 on this list is the Curse of the Catbutt card and the Atomic Bomb card. Once you've cursed the player of your choice with the Curse of the Catbutt card, preferably the player whose turn is next, you will then play the Atomic Bomb card, thus skipping your turn and nuking the next player. When it comes to card combos, this one is truly as brutal as they come. If you really want to psychologically torment the player on your left, this is the combo that you use. And that's exactly what makes it so great. It's not necessarily guaranteed that you're going to destroy that player, but you're going to get in their brain in a way that few other cards, let alone card combos, do. That's what makes this combo particularly special. When it comes to the best combos in the game, there are few that can truly compare to the Atomic Catbutt. Hey guys, Denver James here, and in this video, we're going to be talking about the top 10 most fun Exploding Kittens cards. Funnest cards? Maybe. I don't think that's a word, but we can roll with that. Top 10 most fun Exploding Kittens cards. Number 10 on this list is the reverse card from Exploding Kittens. Reverse the order of play and end your turn without drawing a card. Now I know what some of you guys are thinking, Denver, this card is really simple. We're talking like Uno simple. But here's the thing, it's sometimes the most simple little things in life that offer the most pleasure. And the reality is, there's few cards that are as fun as the reverse card. It's just great in a pinch, being able to turn the gameplay around in the opposite direction, especially when an exploding kitten is in view. If there's an imploding kitten on top of the deck, it's just great being able to play a reverse card and just shift things in the other direction. I personally have always had a lot of fun with it. I know it's a simple card on the surface, and it definitely is. But that said, you can't mistake the fact that the reverse card is a lot of fun to play. Number 9 on this list is the targeted attack card from Exploding Kittens. Exploding Kittens just had so many amazing cards. End your turn without drawing a card. Force a player of your choice to take 2 turns. Play continues from that player. If the original attack card challenged your friendships, the targeted attack card made things personal. And I think that's what always made it so fun to play, especially when it was new. You have to think, this was before the Curse of the Cat Butt card actually became a thing, and so this was one of the first cards where you could actually target a player offensively and attack them. So the targeted attack card has always been a blast. And again, it's on the bottom of this list because it isn't exactly the most complicated card in Exploding Kittens. I mean, by this point, let's be honest, by the time we got to Streaking Kittens, we got to Barking Kittens, we got some really over-the-top, crazy mechanical cards. This card just kept things simple. Find somebody you don't like at the table and give them 2 turns with the attack card. And it was so much fun. It was a great way to be able to exact your vengeance on somebody, and still, in my opinion, still holds up as one of the OG cards of Exploding Kittens, and it's a lot of fun to play. Number 8 on this list is the Tower of Power card from Barking Kittens. Get ready for that apparel. Anytime someone steals from you, they blindly draw from the top of the tower. When you like, take a card from the tower and shuffle the rest into the draw pile. This card served as the ultimate protection from stealing. Somebody wants to take a card from you? Too bad. They gotta pick a card from your big fat hat. Now, the only thing that I'll say about the Tower of Power is that it has a similar feeling to the Cone of Shame in that most of the time you really don't want to wear it. Allow me to demonstrate. All right, so we've got our Tower of Power hat here. We're gonna just get this thing connected. Okay. Oh gosh, got a really big head. Let's try that again. One size does not fit all. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, it's not exactly the most comfortable. It's really funny, but you do just look like an idiot for most of the game. That's where it's similar to the Cone of Shame. You didn't wear the Cone of Shame because you wanted to, you wore it because you forgot it was your turn. This has a similar vibe to it, except the trade-off is you get to have 8 cards, a stash of cards in your hat, and it protects you from stealing. So it definitely deserves a spot on this list. It's super fun to have all these cards in your ridiculous hat, protect you from stealing. Is it the most fun thing in the world to wear? No, but the pic looks great on Instagram, so it's a win. Number 7 on this list is the Curse of the Cat Butt card from Streaking Kittens. Choose a player to be blind. They must shuffle and keep their cards face down until they draw a card. The Cat Butt card, without question, is one of the most brutal cards ever made for this game, and that's kind of the point. I mean, you'd really have to be salty towards somebody to play this card on them. If you do that, you're definitely ruining your chances of maintaining any kind of friendship with them for at least that night. And then again, it is kind of the point, isn't it? Like, I as a kid, I loved it when I pulled pranks on people and I got them to chase me, I got them irritated, I got them frustrated. I was a bit of a crazy kid, but that's what I did. This card is kind of the spiritual representation of that. If you want somebody to be absolutely ticked at you, you cursed them with the Cat Butt card, and it did the trick. So here's the thing. One of the funnest cards in the game, no doubt, definitely deserves a spot on this list, but it does come with repercussions. Make sure you are ready for the fallout with your friend, your significant other, your mom, your dad, your sibling, whoever it is. Just be ready for that fallout. Number 6 on this list is the Clone card from Zombie Kittens. When you play this card, it becomes whatever card is beneath it. Let's just start with a simple question, like, what isn't fun about this card? My personal hot take on the Clone card is that it's actually better than the Godcat card. The hard thing about the Godcat card is that it's got this obvious dumb print on the back, and I'm sorry, it looks cool, but the reality is, if everybody can pinpoint exactly what card it is by looking at the back, which is visible to everybody playing the game, it kind of ruins the stealth stealth part of the card. People are going to steal it, they're going to take it, it can't be noped by the player that possesses it, they can't turn that card into a nope, and so it just gets really, really frustrating. With the clone card, you could play it on top of any card in the discard, and it's going to be able to become that card. That is super OP. That's awesome. Now, some people might say that the card is still at the mercy of whatever is being discarded, but come on. Especially late in the game, people are using good cards throughout the game. What are the chances of a good card being discarded right in front of you, your turn comes up, and you're able to clone it? The untapped potential of the clone card is amazing, and I don't think it gets nearly enough credit. Again, Godcat card is really cool. It came in and tried to do something fresh, but the reality is the Godcat card in a lot of ways is just a mimic of the much better card, which is the clone card. The clone card is awesome, and also super fun. Number 5 on this list is the Super Skip card from Streaking Kittens. End your turn without drawing a card. If you're supposed to take multiple turns, end them all.
End them all.
This card is the ultimate silencer of the attack card. Just imagine this scenario. You're playing a game, all of these attack cards are getting stacked, one on top of another and another and another, and finally, it gets to you. And with a single card, you shut all of it down. That is exactly what makes the Super Skip card so much fun. Now granted, I will say, there is some fun momentum that comes with stacking all of the attack cards. The reality is, this one kills the fun, in the sense that it silences everything. But for you, it could not be more fun. You just avoided death and have survived yet another round to play Exploding Kittens. The Super Skip card, without a doubt, is going to be your best friend. This is another one of those cards as well that is simple on the surface, but any card where you put super in the front of it, it's going to make it the best card ever. I mean, it's the same as what I've shared before in another video, that if there was a super nope card, it would blow everything away. The reality is, you put super in front of skip, and it's going to be one of the funnest cards you'll play in the game. Number 4 on this list is the Zombie Kitten from Zombie Kittens. Instead of exploding, secretly put an exploding kitten back into the draw pile and bring a dead player back to life. Diffuses are already super powerful and are really useful for getting out of a tight spot with an exploding kitten, but when you take a diffuse card and you add the ability to bring a player back to life, this has got to be without question one of the funnest cards in the game. It's also true to the spirit of Zombie Kittens. You're literally getting to bring a player back to life, and it's any player that you choose. Do you realize what kind of alliances this make? Somebody's gonna get burned for not being brought back to the game, and somebody's gonna get a lucky day by getting yet another round. That just makes a Zombie Kitten super fun to play. The only detriment to the fun of this card is that it's definitely going to elongate your game a whole lot more. But at the end of the day, when you're bringing dead players back to life in Zombie Kittens, who's really complaining? Number 3 on this list is the Atomic Bomb card from Streaking Kittens. Remove the Exploding Kittens from the deck. Shuffle the deck. Put all the kittens face down on top. Your turn ends after playing this card. Now I know what some of you are going to say, but Denver, all it takes is a shuffle card to ruin the fun of this game. I'm gonna tell you right now with my own lips. I don't care. This card is super fun to play. Nothing replaces the looks on your friends' faces when you play a Atomic Bomb card. Even if you have the cards to fix it by your next turn, by the time it comes and hits you, everybody still freaks out. It's one of those cards that, in my personal opinion, adds this energy to the table. It just gets people excited. It's similar to the Exploding Kitten card in the sense that when that baby pops up, it freaks everybody out. You almost forget that you have solutions in your hand to get around the problem, but it doesn't fix the anxiety that you feel when you see this card played. And to be honest, one of the funnest cards to play. I love the power that I feel when I play this card because people, again, they just wig out. So anytime I've got this card in my hand, I know it's going to be a great time. There's also only one of these in the entire Streaking Kittens expansion, so that makes it even more fun to play because it's so rare. Number 2 on this list is the Alter the Future x5 card from Streaking Kittens. In case you couldn't tell, I'm a huge fan of Streaking Kittens. Privately view and rearrange the top 5 cards of the draw pile. I've featured this card before in other videos for being one of the most powerful cards, but what I feel like doesn't get talked about nearly enough is how much fun this card is to play. It serves as a double whammy. Not only do you get to set yourself up for success by getting whatever card you want by the end of your turn, but you also get to use it as an offensive card to attack others. This is one one of those cards that, again, just like the Atomic Bomb card, causes this energy around the table where people just go into a frenzy. They freak out because, again, even if they have skips, even if they have shuffle cards, even if they've got an Alter the Future card of their own, people are still just freaking out over what you've arranged the cards to be. And that, to me, makes it one of the most fun cards to play. And again, it is also one of the most powerful cards. It's one of those rare cards where it's the best of both worlds, and that's exactly why it deserves to be on this list. Number 1 on this list is the Nope card from the base game. Stop the action of another player. You can play this card at any time. This was a really hard decision to make because there's so many fun games in Exploding Kittens, but when I ask myself the question, Denver, what card do you have the most fun playing? There is no card that came to mind except the Nope card. It's just amazing. Somebody wants to attack you with a cat butt? Nope. Somebody tries to attack you with a targeted attack card? Nope. You can play it anytime, anywhere to stop almost anything. This card is unparalleled in its fun and in its power. And might I dare say, one of the best things about Exploding Kittens as a whole is the Nope battles. When you play a Nope as a Yup, and yes, that's officially what it's called. When you Nope somebody else's Nope card, it's called a Yup. I still like calling them Nope battles because that's what I've called it for almost 10 years now. It's super fun. But getting locked into a Nope battle with another player, it's so much fun. I live for those moments. Even if I lose, I feel like I have fought a worthy battle at the table of Exploding Kittens, and it's just a blast to play. So seriously, there is no card in my mind better than the Nope card, except potentially if they make the Super Nope card. That would just change everything. I mean, the second best card in the game would then be the Nope card because there could be nothing better than a Super Nope card. I'm still holding out for that, Exploding Kittens. I hope you make it. What are the top 10 defensive cards in Exploding Kittens? I'll be giving you my answer right here in this video. This list omits the Diffuse card and the Zombie Kitten card. Number 10 on this list is the Draw from the Bottom card from Exploding Kittens. End your turn by drawing the card at the bottom of the draw pile. While this card is simple on the surface, it does an excellent job of helping you avoid an activated Exploding Kitten card or an Exploding Kitten card at the top of the deck. But then again, if you know there's a bad card at the bottom of the deck, it's really not going to help you out very much, but hey, it tries hard and it's still useful. Number 9 on this list is the Swap Top and Bottom card from Streaking Kittens. Swap the top and bottom cards of the draw pile. This card is very similar to the Draw from the Bottom card, but it has a slight edge to it in that you can draw from the bottom card if you want to. As well, it's a great way to be able to avoid a dangerous card on top. Again, only slightly different from the Draw the Bottom card, but it does have that slight edge. Number 8 on this list is the Shuffle Now card from Zombie Kittens. Shuffle the draw pile. Play at any time. The Shuffle card is already a slight but reliable card, and then enters the Shuffle Now card. This card is amazing. You can shuffle the deck at any time, even if it's not your turn. This card is of course great when there's a dangerous card on top. When a Atomic Bomb card gets used, this card is amazing, so it should not be underestimated for its defensive abilities. Number 7 on this list is the Reverse card from Exploding Kittens. Reverse the order of play and end your turn without drawing a card. Reverse cards are as old as Uno, yet so useful. Not only do you get to skip your turn as a result of playing this card, but you also redirect the flow of play. Again, a simple card, but I'm telling you what, when you're in late game and you're running low on cards, having a reverse card in your hand is a lifesaver. Number 6 on this list is the Super Skip card from Streaking Kittens. End your turn without drawing a card. If you're supposed to take multiple turns, end them all. Skip cards are already super handy, but then comes the Super Skip. This card is legendary. I'm telling you, when you get a bunch of attack cards stacked up on you and you pull out this card, it is such a wave of relief. You have just fended off every single card that's come against you, and it's a win. I'm telling you, there are few cards in this game that can take care of you quite like the Super Skip card. It was hard to not rank this card higher on the list, but that only goes to show what amazing cards lie ahead. Number 5 on this list is the Godcat card from Good vs. Evil. Play as any card in the game, except a Nope. After playing Godcat, put it back on the playmat. So let's talk about the elephant in the room here. The biggest drawback of this card is that it cannot become a Nope card, which is one of the best defensive cards in the game. But that being said, and fully addressed, this is one of the best defensive cards in the game because it can become nearly any card on this list in this video. It's pretty amazing. I like to call the Godcat card the Swiss Army knife of cards in this game, and it does not disappoint. Number 4 on this list is the Tower of Power card from Barking Kittens. Anytime someone steals from you, they blindly draw from the top of the tower. When you like, take a card from the tower and shuffle the rest into the draw pile. The entire function of this card is completely committed to self-defense, and it's one of the best in the game. It's also worth mentioning that if you combine this card with the Godcat card, it will actually protect that card from getting stolen, something that I've not read from anybody before and honestly haven't thought of until making this video. All in all, the Tower of Power is one of the best in the defensive business. Number 3 on this list is the Nope card from the base game. Stop the action of another player. You can play this at any time. What can I say? The Nope card is one of the best cards in the game. I have highlighted this card in more videos than I can possibly recall, but here's the thing. I've always focused on the power of the Nope card. I've never focused before in a video on the defensive capabilities of this card. You can Nope almost anything in the game, and if you have 2 Nopes in your hand, more than likely, you're going to walk away without a mark on you in a battle with somebody else. Now granted, can it protect you from an exploding kitten or an imploding kitten? It can't. But hey, this card is still one of the best in the game and it should not be ignored. Number 2 on this list is the Alter the Future x5 card from Streaking Kittens. Privately view and rearrange the top 5 cards of the draw pile. This card nearly made it to the number 1 slot on my list because you can literally see into the future and avoid dangers that are up ahead. Imagine not having to defend yourself because you altered the space-time continuum so that you are never attacked. The Alter the Future x5 card is unbridled in its defensive capabilities and it will not stop until it's protected you from nearly everything it can. Number 1 on this list is the Streaking Kitten card from Streaking Kittens. As long as this card is in your hand, you may draw and secretly hold 1 exploding kitten without blowing up. The Streaking Kitten card is the definition of defense. What other card allows you to hold an exploding kitten in the palm of your hand? And if somebody tries to steal from you, you have the opportunity to pass it off onto that person. This card is amazing in its way that it's able to protect a player from unforeseen dangers. In my personal opinion, there is no card that is deadlier than the Exploding Kitten, because even with the Imploding Kitten, there's only 1 of them, but there's nearly half a dozen Exploding Kitten cards. When it comes to a game that is bound to try and blow you up, a Streaking Kitten is your best frontline defense. Which cards do you think are the best defensive cards? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. Take care, and I'll see you around.